Installing a camera in your house can have many reasons, be it for your own safety or to control the babysitter who, once again, has fallen asleep on the couch. Luckily, in most cases, it just stays at a trivial offense like this. In some cases though, the saved recordings can take your breath away. We'll show you 6 incredible situations caught on a baby cam. Number 6. Gross duty. A couple from New Jersey hired a babysitter to look out for their little daughter when they were away. Even though the woman seemed nice at first, they both couldn't help looking over her shoulder whilst working, with help of a camera. Even though she never harmed the little one, and seemed to take care of her quite well, there was something completely different that the parents did not like at all. Because while she was watching the child, she placed her bottom on the sink and did her business. If you think this was just a one-off and probably just done out of desperation to not let the child out of sight, you're sadly wrong. It's definitely a reason to fire the lady. Or what do you think? Let us know in the comments. Number 5. Incredibly bad move. When the parents of a young child found weird wounds on him, they decided to use a camera to keep an eye on their nanny, because the boy didn't want to say where his injuries came from. What they saw was just unbelievable. After the nanny got cross with the little one, and he then throws up on the ground, she completely loses control and pushes him off the couch. But as if this wasn't bad enough, the woman came up with a punishment that could have killed the child. The grown-up, maybe weighing over 150 pounds, stands on the helpless boy lying on the ground with her full weight. It's just shocking how some people treat children. Number 4. Unknown visitor. When a New Yorker family installed a camera in their home, they just thought of checking if all was alright when their children were alone with the babysitter. But what they saw in the recordings one day curdled their blood. Nope, the babysitter wasn't doing anything wrong at all. It was an unknown person who snuck into their house whilst everyone was asleep. The camera didn't just record how he got into the house, but also disturbing scenes of the burglar stealing from the parents' room with a knife in his mouth. Luckily, nothing worse happened because the man found his bait, a mobile phone, on a sideboard and then left the room. Luckily, it stayed that way. Number 3. Psst, be quiet. Luckily, the following video is funny and not as stressful as the last few examples. Anyone who has ever put their baby to sleep probably knows the problem. It wakes up at every little sound, and the peace is destroyed by loud screaming. This mother too felt forced to take special measures as she had spent hours cradling her baby to sleep. So she quietly lay on the ground and crawled across the room at snail's pace. Just don't make a sound. Her husband thought the recordings were so funny that he uploaded them to the internet shortly afterwards and made our day. Great. Number 2. Tiger alarm. Okay, this camera actually doesn't have anything to do with the nanny cam, because it was installed outside the house and was meant to spy on wild animals, raccoons that often help themselves to the dustbins, and so the owner of the house hoped to catch the offenders red-handed. But the recording showed something completely different, something pretty disturbing. A young man ran through the woods, butt naked, apparently on some sort of trip. It turned out to be Marek H., who was on LSD and thought he was a Siberian tiger. He jumped around wildly, making strange noises. As I said, luckily it wasn't a nanny, but still worth watching. And number 1. Catfight. We didn't put the following scene in this ranking because cats are simply the funniest creatures since the inventions of videos, but because it shows how dangerous they actually can be. At first, everything seems calm. The young babysitter takes care of her little protege when a glass breaks. She quickly hurries into the kitchen to remove the shards, when the family cat seems to have a problem with this situation, because only seconds later it attacks the young woman without any good reason. Did the cat think she was hurting the child, or did it attack the woman in fright just because of the broken glass? It doesn't matter, because it didn't let off the babysitter for a while until she took the child into her arms, so it wouldn't be the next victim of the furry fury. So as sweet and funny as some cats may be, if they feel threatened, they can become quite dangerous. Well guys, once again, that's it for today. If you enjoyed this video, leave us a positive review, share this video with your friends, and here you can watch 2 more videos. Other than that, we'll see you next time, as always. Stay well and peace out.